Hey guys, it's Taya. Welcome back to my channel. To all of my old subscribers, if you are new here, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. But I'm really excited about the video that I'm going to do today. So I was just scrolling through YouTube like I do all the time, and I noticed that there was a new LA Girl foundation that came out very recently. So as soon as I saw that, I had to go out and try to figure out where I could find it so that I could try it out. This is the LA Girl Pro Matte HD High Definition Long Wear Matte Foundation, and I ended up getting it in the shade Cafe. So I had looked it up to see, you know, what it was all about. I looked it up to see where I could find it, and I went to LA Girl's website and found out that it was going to be sold at ULTA, as well as on ULTA's website and on LA Girl's website as well. So I went to ULTA's website and I looked for in-store availability for the foundation, and I saw that it was available at the ULTA that is near me. So I went right over to that ULTA and I asked them if they had it. So when I asked them if they had the LA Girl Pro Matte Foundation, because I didn't see it on the floor anywhere. So the young lady said that they did have it, but it wasn't on the floor yet. It was in the back. It had came in a shipment, and it was still, they were all still in a box. So she asked me what shade I thought I might be. I gave her a couple of shades that I thought I might be based on the website. And she went back and I guess opened the box and looked to see what shades they had back there to bring out to me. Okay, so the thing about the shades with this Pro Matte Foundation is that if you look on the ULTA website, or I'm looking on the ULTA app right now, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shades. And the last two shades are, let's see, Cafe and Sand. Okay, so on the actual LA Girl website, there are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So there are 14 shades on the LA Girl website. If you're a brown girl like myself, you're not going to have much of a selection at ULTA. When I told the young lady a couple of colors that I thought might be my color, and I wasn't looking at their website, I was looking at LA Girl's website, and I asked her to see if they had either Cafe or Caramel. From the website, it looked like Cafe or Caramel would be my color, and she said she would go back and see what they had. When she came back out, she only brought me Cafe, and she said that they only had that shade and then like maybe 4 other shades she named that were on the lighter range that definitely would not have been for me. So for me, a brown girl, the only one out of the ones that she had that would work for me possibly is Cafe. I took a look at the Cafe shade, and when I saw it, my first thought was, ooh, that doesn't look like it looks on the website. It definitely looks darker on the website, so I'm concerned that this may be too light for me, and this is the darkest one they have at ULTA. But I decided to get it anyway because I figured even if it is too light, it'll still serve as kind of a reference for you if you're lighter than me or if you're a little darker than me, for you to be like, oh, nope. Won't be getting that out of the store, because you know how hard it is to gauge our colors on the websites. Okay, so I do want to mention what I have on my face right now is not the foundation. I'm about to take this makeup off that I've been wearing all day. I'm about to take it off and put this foundation on to test it out for the rest of the day. This makeup I've had on all day, so ignore it for now. It's about to disappear and we're going to start from scratch. I just want to read you some of the claims of the foundation really quick before we start testing it out. So the website says that LA Girl's Pro Matte Foundation evens out skin tone with a soft suede matte finish. The long wearing formula is lightweight and is a medium to full coverage foundation that provides complete natural looking coverage and evens skin tone. Okay. And it says to apply to the face with sponge or a brush. So we're actually going to do both of those things right now. So I'm going to do one side with a sponge and one side with a foundation brush, just so you can kind of see the difference in how this foundation applies using both tools. As you can see, the packaging is like a frosted kind of matte finish, or maybe you can't see that, but it's a frosted kind of matte finish. So when she actually brought it out to me, my first thought was like, oh, Oh, that's not what it looked like on the website. But it's really, I wish they wouldn't make packaging like this. It's cute or whatever, but like, how am I supposed to actually know if it's my color? I feel like it makes it harder to tell if it is your color. This is what the foundation actually looks like outside of the packaging, so you can kind of get a better idea of what it looks like. And to me, this looks a lot better than that it looked in the package. This actually looks like something that I could work with my skin tone. It actually does look like this color will work for me. It feels very creamy. Feels very creamy and a little bit thick. Let me zoom back out. Yeah, so without further ado, let's go ahead and take this makeup off that I have on currently and get started. Okay guys, so I have gone ahead and taken off my makeup. I've also taken off my earrings, and I have applied a moisturizer, and for a primer I used the Fenty Beauty Soft Matte Primer. I didn't put on any kind of color corrector, no kind of concealer either, because I want to just see what the foundation does on its own. Okay guys, so I moved in a little bit closer so you can get a closer look at what's going on up in here. I do want to go ahead and show you my face before I put any makeup on it. So you can see I do have some dark marks on my cheeks. Definitely have some dark circles going on because Lord knows I have not been getting enough sleep. And without further ado, because it's 5:13 and your girl has class at 6:15, so let's get started. So on my right side, I'm going to use the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge, and on my left side I'm going to use the e.l.f. powder brush, which I really like to use for some of my liquid foundations. So I'll just see how this one works out for me. Okay, so let's use the sponge first. So I'm going to go ahead and spray it down. Okay, so I've dampened my sponge, and I'm just going to start with one pump. I really like to use the flat side, with just one pump of the foundation on my sponge. It looks like a decent amount, and the color actually looks pretty good. So I have a mirror down here in front of me, and I might just shift over this way so you can get a better view of what I'm doing. And I'm going to go ahead and start applying it. Okay, so it does look like it is doing a pretty good job of covering up my marks, and that was just one pump. And the color, oh, excuse me, it's that time of the month, so I have like weird, huge pimples popping up, so please excuse that, Lord. So, I'm definitely going to need more than just that pump to finish up the side of my face. But honestly, that one pump, if you can tell, that one pump did a pretty good job in terms of coverage on some of the dark marks on my face. So I'm going to go ahead and add another pump or two. I'm going to go ahead and build it up a little bit. I just put like a pump and a half on here, and I'm going to add that to this side. I gotta say, I'm actually not mad at this color at all. What do you guys think? I think the color looks good. And from what I'm observing here, A, it's doing a pretty good job of coverage, and B, it does seem to be pretty buildable. The foundation claims to be a medium to full coverage, and right now I feel like it's definitely pretty buildable. It's doing a better job now with that second layer of covering up my dark circles as well. This is what about 2.5 pumps using the Real Techniques sponge did for me. I think the color match is pretty good. The color match is pretty spot on. I'm pretty impressed with that. Thank goodness. So yeah, this is with nothing on my face, and this is with the LA Girl Pro Matte Foundation applied with the Real Techniques sponge. It's not bad. It's really not too bad. I'm going to go ahead and start using my brush on this side so we can see the difference. Okay, so again, I'm just going to start with one pump, even though I doubt that's going to be, you know, I doubt that's going to get me too far. We're just going to start with one pump. This is what we're working with, and let's go ahead and get started. Again, I'm using the e.l.f. powder brush, and I'm just going to kind of stipple it around onto my face and then blend it in with this brush. So this is one layer. This is just one pump using the brush to apply the Pro Matte Foundation. Sponge, brush. It doesn't look bad, but I do feel like my skin could stand to look a little smoother. I don't feel like it looks all that smooth. But I'm going to go ahead and add another pump and a half like I did to the other side and build it up a bit. Just for reference, again, this is the color Cafe, and this is the darkest color that they have in this foundation on the Ulta website. I'm not very dark, not the lightest, and I'm not the darkest, but just so you can see, this is the darkest you're going to find in Ulta. If you are darker than me, you may want to go ahead and hop on over to the LA Girl website to get one of the deeper shades. And I'll list the names of the deeper shades somewhere up here on the screen as well. So yeah, this is what it looks like with the brush. I think on camera it looks really good. In person, I'm not that wowed, but that might just be because my dark circles are irritating the crap out of me right now. But it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Okay guys, so this is what it looks like so far. This is the side applied with the sponge. And this is the side applied with a brush. It did a good job of covering up my dark marks. As you can see, you can't really see my dark marks that were on my face. And I have like a darker patch right here, discoloration, and that is completely covered up as well. My dark circles, of course, are still peeking through, as I mentioned before. I feel like when I was applying it, I wasn't too like wowed about it. But when I left this bathroom and looked in like a different light, like in a different bathroom where the lighting is not so harsh, I realized that I actually really kind of like this. I really kind of like it. I think the finish is really, really nice. Like, it's matte, girl. Like, it's matte. Like, first of all, one thing I noticed was that when I was applying it, it dries down pretty quickly. And then when it is drying down, like when you apply it, there's no shine at all. It dries down pretty quickly, and then it seems to take on kind of like a powder finish. To me, it looks like I've applied foundation and then powder, if that makes any sense. It seems like I wouldn't even need to put any powder on, but I'm extremely oily, so that is not an option for me. That's not something I'm going to even entertain. That's not a thing, bro. But what I'm saying is, like, I'm super duper matte, and I'm not mad at this at all. I think it looks really nice. With that being said, the foundation has been applied to my face. I have to get to class in like 20 minutes. Yeah, like literally 20 minutes. I have to get to class in like 20 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up my face. I'm going to go to class, live my life. I will come back really quick though and show you the finished look, which is going to be very, very simple because I'm just going to class, like I said. But I'm going to do that, show you what the finished look looks like, and then I'm going to go to class. It's an evening class, so it'll be pretty late when I get done, and I will check back in with you to let you know how the foundation has held up. It won't be a full day, but it will be a good amount of time for you to see how it looks after you go out and do some things. Alrighty guys, stay tuned. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I went ahead and finished up my makeup and I'm about to head to class. Like right now, I gotta head to class. So I finished up my face and this is how it looks. I am going to come back and check in with you guys later on this evening to let you know how it held up. So this is a super simple natural look right now because, as I said, I'm headed to class, so I don't need to like go full glam or do the most right now, even though some days I will, but it's an evening class, okay? It's enough of a struggle to stay awake, okay? Okay? I will give you my thoughts really quickly on what I think so far. First of all, Cafe, perfect. The shade, which I'm so glad that this frosted outside of the packaging was deceiving, but the color is honestly perfect. I think that the color is just a really good match for me. So if you are my shade, Cafe will probably work for you as well. Number two, this makeup, this foundation is very matte. I feel confident that I won't be getting oily, but we will see, who knows. But as far as the finish right now, how it finished after I applied it and how it looks with everything on it, I think it looks really good, like really good. If this is still holding up really nicely by the time the night wraps up, this might be one of my new favorites, but I don't want to speak too soon because I did just put it on my face. The other thing I wanted to mention was that everything that I applied on top of it, my powder products like my blush and my bronzer, applied so smoothly and so perfectly. This foundation played nice with all of my powder products that I put on top of it, including my powder that I set my entire face with, because I did still set my face with the powder, with the BH Studio Pro powder in the color 250. That went on really nicely as well on top of the foundation. I just felt like it worked really nicely with everything. I applied a loose highlighter powder. I'm wearing Jackie Aina's LeBron's Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder Girl, yes. So I am wearing that right now, and I feel like that applied beautifully on top of this foundation. So all in all, right now, I really like it. Really feeling myself. I'm super duper into it. I think for $8.99, like right now, it's looking really good. It's feeling kind of like my Fenty. I don't want to speak too soon because you know I'm not my Fenty girl, but it's feeling like my Fenty Beauty right now. But anyways, I gotta get to class. I'm talking way too much. I'm gonna check back in with you guys in several hours, a few hours really, and if I don't, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that this was helpful for you, and I hope that I will catch you in the next video. If you found this helpful, if you enjoyed this video, please do go ahead and like this video. It really helps my channel out. Also, go ahead and subscribe to my channel while you're here as well, guys. I will see you either in the next video or in my checkup, because I might be too tired, y'all. That class takes it out of me. 6:15 to 9:15 classes should be illegal, okay? But they're not. So anyways, I will see you guys after class. If I don't see you after class, I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye! Okay guys, so I am filming this on my iPhone, so I'm sorry if the quality is quite a bit different than the rest of the video, but this is going to be my final check-in for the night. It is now 11:06. I put the LA Girl Pro Matte Foundation on at 6:05, so it's been on for 5 hours. You know, I would love to wear it longer for you, however, I'm so tired and I am taking this off my face and going to bed. So I just wanted to show you really quick what it looks like. As you can see, I do have some shine right up in this region and right up in this region, but to me there is that little bit of shine right there, but I expect shine right there. That's just how my skin is, honestly. So that isn't a big negative for me because I expect worse than that. So if you think I'm greasy right now, girl, you don't know my skin. It gets real. It gets real. We're actually gonna like blot it out, and now that you've seen it like untouched, unblotted or anything, I'm gonna blot it out and show you what the foundation looks like after I blot it after 5 hours of wear. Okay guys, so I did just blot it, and I think that with that blotted away, you can see that it held up pretty well. I think my skin still looks pretty nice. But yeah, this is what my face looks like, and I'm just going to give you guys my final thoughts really quick on this foundation. So I actually like the foundation. I think that the finish was really, really nice. I felt like it controlled my oil fairly well. I like the way that it applied. I like the finish. I like how it worked well with the other products that I put on top of it. So all of that is really, really good. I would say that the main drawback for me on this foundation is just the fact that this shade, oh, that was the other thing, the color was absolutely perfect for me, which was a surprise, but I think the match was really, really good. However, look at my skin tone. I'm not very dark, and this is the darkest shade that is in Ulta. So I'm not really here for that, to be quite honest with you. That is a little bit disappointing for people who are darker than me. That is what they put into Ulta currently. They do have more shades on their website, but it's just a couple more shades, honestly. So I feel like they could have did a better job with the shade range. But in terms of the color that I am wearing, Cafe, which is the darkest color in Ulta, it was a really good match for me. So hopefully this is still useful to you if you are darker than me or lighter than me, and just to use like as a benchmark and kind of as a reference to see what other colors might work for you, or if this is just a pass for you altogether. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.